Don't miss The Marvels in theaters on November 10th and see where the Marvel stories all began when you watch Captain Marvel, WandaVision, and Miss Marvel, only on Disney+. Plans starting at $7.99.
This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for November 2nd, 2023. Your daily entertainment headlines, industry info, and everything rock. Just announced, Iron Maiden are bringing the Future Past World Tour to the DCU Center in Worcester, Massachusetts on November 6, 2024. Tickets go on sale this Friday, November 3rd at 10 a.m. There's a DCU Center pre-sale that starts today at 10 a.m. Use the code 24IRNMDN. And Creed just announced the Summer of '99 tour featuring Three Doors Down and Finger 11, coming to the Xfinity Center in Mansfield, Massachusetts on August 21st of 2024. Those tickets go on sale tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. through Ticketmaster. Yesterday, the Beatles released a short film revealing how they made their last song together 43 years after the passing of John Lennon. The band are releasing the track called Now and Then Today, which late singer John Lennon began recording in the late 1970s before it was unearthed by his wife, Yoko Ono, in the 90s. The finishing touches of the new song happened at the Capitol Records building in Los Angeles. Paul McCartney oversaw the recording session featuring a Beatles string arrangement by Gilles Martin. Using Wingnut Films' MAL audio technology, director Peter Jackson's team had demixed the original recording of John Lennon sitting at the piano and singing. The song will be released as side A of a new single, with side B, the Beatles' first single, Love Me Do. It'll also be made available on a newly mastered version of the band's Red and Blue album, which is due for release on November 10th. Dogstar bassist Keanu Reeves, along with Mike McCready and the Casual Acquaintances, covered The Cure's Just Like Heaven in Los Angeles on the 21st of October. Video has just made its way to the internet. Greta Van Fleet announced, quote, "We are thrilled to announce our collaboration with Tribuca as we take over their controlled burn kombucha featuring flavors of ginger, cayenne, and turmeric. Experience an ode to the artist's soul within us all. Make a toast to the tales yet unwritten and drink to this place where we were born and have been given the absolute limitless freedom to create upon." The new kombucha is available at Publix locations. James Taylor performed the national anthem as the city of Lewiston takes another tentative step in its recovery from the mass shooting last week. The high school football team took to the field for what is known as the Battle of the Bridge. The game features Cross River rivals Lewiston High School and Edward Little High School in Auburn. The game between the Blue Devils and the Red Eddies was postponed after the communities were locked down while the police searched for the suspect. The Lewiston Public School superintendent said it's seemingly more symbolic than ever. There's a musical based on the songs of Huey Lewis and the News headed to Broadway. Titled The Heart of Rock and Roll, the Jukebox production will begin performances next March at the James Earl Jones Theater and will be officially premiering the following month on April 22nd. Described as a ruckus rom-com wrapped in pure musical joy, The Heart of Rock and Roll will use the music of Huey Lewis and the News to score a story about two 30-somethings whose lives are changed after they meet one another. Huey Lewis said in a statement, "Working on our show has been so satisfying. I've always been a storyteller, and it's a thrill to see my songs woven together in service of a fantastic new story." Slipknot just released pro-shot video of their entire 2023 set at Spain's Resurrection Festival this summer. The concert, which took place on June 30th, is now available to view in entirety on YouTube. Dave Grohl, painted like a corpse, joined Boy Genius on drums in Los Angeles on Halloween night. Jumping behind the drum kit for the track Satanist, you can check out video on YouTube. DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince are set to reunite at a Grammy salute to 50 years of hip-hop. The event, which Billboard reports will tape at YouTube Theater in Inglewood, California on November 8th, will be one of Will Smith's first major public appearances since the infamous slap at the Academy Awards. The special will air on CBS at 8:30 p.m. on December 10th, and will also be available to stream and view via on-demand on Paramount+. DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince joined dozens of other hip-hop performers, including LL Cool J, Big Daddy Kane, De La Soul, Queen Latifah, and Questlove. Kate Bush has announced a new archival campaign that will see her back catalog reissued in new physical formats. Saying, quote, "It's been great fun putting together these new versions, including the colored vinyls for independent record stores. They've been designed as a set. It's very exciting to see the resurgence of the appreciation for the physical presence of albums released on vinyl. This weekend, Kate Bush will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as part of the class of 2023. Stained guitarist Mike Mushock, in a recent interview, talked about the importance of treating your mental health, saying, quote, "I feel like there's a greater emphasis on just even mental health and people being aware of issues surrounding our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. And I think it's great. I mean, you start to hear all these PSAs saying, listen, man, it's okay to go and get help or talk to somebody." He continued to say, all you've got to do is look at Chris Cornell, Chester Bennington, and Scott Weiland. These guys that are great and at the top of their game, they've gone through a lot of stuff in their life, and sometimes they don't deal with it, and then they try to, and it's just so sad. These are, like, my favorite artists. And Britney Spears can add best-selling book to her resume. Her memoir, The Woman in Me, is now at the top of the New York Times nonfiction bestseller list. Tweeting out, "Thank you to all of the fans. It means the world to me. Love you all." It's the second book of the year with 1.1 million copies sold in the United States alone, trailing just behind Prince Harry's memoir, Spare, which sold 1.6 million copies in the first week. That's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 178, featuring Mike Mangini, is available now.
The United States Border Patrol has exciting and rewarding career opportunities with the nation's largest law enforcement organization. Border Patrol agents enjoy great pay, outstanding federal benefits, and up to $20,000 in recruitment incentives for newly appointed agents. If you are looking for a way to serve something greater than yourself, consider the United States Border Patrol. Learn more online at cbp.gov/careers/USBP. That's cbp.gov/careers/USBP.
What does the word mixtape mean to you?
It was an art form, trying to woo them with my fantastic and eclectic taste in music.
If somebody gave you a mixtape, you felt like you really meant something to that person.
Mixtape to me is love.
My Weekly Mixtape is a podcast that takes the classic mixtape approach to building a modern playlist. I'm your host, Brian Colburn. Tune in to hear themed playlist curations.
No one in the history of anyone should ever put Pantera after Derek and the Dominoes, but here we are.
It is going to be the weirdest playlist ever created, and I love it.
One-on-one sit-downs with the artists that made our mixtape special in the first place.
It's Bill Gibson with Huey Lewis in the News.
I'm Art from the band Everclear.
This is Kenny Wayne Shepherd.
This is Frank Turner, and good Lord, you've made the right choice today.
And so much more. My Weekly Mixtape is a proud member of the Pantheon Podcast Network. Listen now at myweeklymixtape.com or by searching My Weekly Mixtape wherever you listen to podcasts.